Hi, I'm Alicia Barcena. I am from the UN Economic Commission for Latin America and the Caribbean. I am here in SDG Live, joined by my friend Rachel Samren, Vice President of External Affairs at Millicom. Millicom is a digital telecommunication and media company that works basically in Africa and in Latin America with a brand name called Tigo. And what are here to discuss, Rachel, is precisely how do you see this, I would say, partnership of the SDGs. You know, in the UN, we have this very ambitious agenda with 17 SDGs, which has to leave no one behind as a very main entry point. So your topic, digital inclusion, is so substantive because digitalization is like electricity. It was, you know, in the 40s, it gave inclusion to everybody, to television, to many of the things we know today. So what about digitalization? How do we make this for everyone a possibility? To link it with the SDGs, of course.
Thank you, Alicia. I think that is such a pertinent question, especially in line with the debate that we're having here in Davos on the SDGs. And I would really like to start out by focusing on SDG number 17, partnership. Just like we are sitting here in partnership discussing what can we actually really do in reality in partnership to be able to ensure that everyone can really benefit from digital inclusion and connectivity. And I think a key to that really very much is looking at collaboration, looking at partnerships. We have found, certainly from our experience, that in the markets we're in Africa and in Latin America, there are some significant social, economic and development challenges that no one can solve alone. That is a fact. Collaboration is really the key to overcome those challenges. And we have learned from our first-hand experience that the best partnership, the best multi-stakeholder approach is when every partner contributes their specific area of expertise. In our case, of course, that would be technology and come with technology-driven solutions to really come up with problem solving together, adding those puzzles together with other expertise areas, with the government in terms of the frameworks for affordability, in terms of the frameworks for good innovation of products so that we can come and be innovative about how we take services to market. How do we educate people to really want to use the internet? I mean, we know the infrastructure in Latin America is there for connectivity, but there is still a huge digital gap to be filled. So we need to work together with the government on affordability, on education. We have signed up last year, as I'm sure you know, to the Organization of American States, ICT Alliance for the Americas, where jointly technology companies will connect all the schools in the region. By 2030, the government, the ministries of education will help us with that project, and the non-profit sector will help us also to make sure that we don't leave anyone behind and make sure to cover also the vulnerable in that project.
Well, you know, the audience, I'm sure many that are listening to us are women. And we are 50% of humanity, more than 50%, by the way. And you and I, Rachel, sitting here, how do we make sure that goal number 5, together with 17, of course, we make sure that women are included and no one is left behind?
Well, you've almost given the answer, Alicia, yourself. For me, it's such a clear and simple issue. Women are 50% of the potential consumer base. It's a huge opportunity for anyone in our industry. GSMA says that there's $170 billion of unlocked value in the female consumer base between 2015 and 2020. They are 50% of the talent pool. They are 50% of our potential staff. So I think there is just no excuse not to focus on them. What we do to do specifically that, we have various programs that target women. We look at our consumer. We come up with products, again, affordability, focusing on affordability for women specifically. There are some cultural barriers to overcome that we work again with governments. Then it's education. Back to the education again. We train more female sales agents. Women adopt the products that they don't know better when they're taught by other women. So we train more female sales agents so that women feel comfortable adopting new technology. We work with women's associations to give ICT learning again so that they can learn in a comfortable environment and see and learn from other women how this can really change their lives. And last but not least, we sign official commitments to make sure this actually happens with the GSMA's Connected Women program. And as late as last week, we launched it in El Salvador to make sure that we fully bridge the mobile data gap among all of our consumers.
Oh, this is great. Thank you very much. I think you have told us what we need to do, but women, we need to participate at the top, like you, vice presidents, presidents. We need to be in the decision-making process. And SDG is about that, empowering everyone to be included in all sectors of society. Thank you very much.